Hi and welcome back to a new art journaling video. Today I'm playing with distress inks in my watercolor journal. I almost forgot my distress inks and recently I pulled them out and I so enjoy playing with them. They are super versatile. You can use them for backgrounds and you can use them to color in your stamped images. I have no idea why I had laying them in my shelf for such a long time and didn't use them again. I think after the oxide inks came out, everybody was so crazy on the oxides, but finally I have to say I prefer the distress inks. For my background, I squish the ink pad to my glass plate and then pick it up with a brush. You can see that I have some resist marks on my page. These are made with a metallic oil pastel. It's from Sennelier and it resists the watercolor, and that is a nice effect on the page. All the supplies I've used are listed in the description box. I will also mention the color names of the distress inks. I'm going for kind of a stormy sky because I want to use the In the Air stamp set that I recently released with rubber dance. It's a nice entangled balloon stamp set. It's designed by Melina Dahl. She has also a very nice YouTube channel. It's all about mixed media and art journaling, and I will link her channel in my description box so you can check that out. And you can see this as a very quick background, and I think it looks very beautiful. It just took me 5 minutes or so. I'm using a stencil from Stencil Girl and spritz water through it to make the distress inks react again. And I let it sit for a few seconds before I come in with a tissue wrap and soak the water up. And as the colors are already thinned down with water, the reaction is not as big as it would have been if you spritz directly to the pure distress ink on the paper. But I really like the texture I've got. It makes my background look even more stormy, I think. I have stamped the main image, the balloon, to watercolor paper, and I've stamped it with the Versafine Clair Nocturn ink. I think it's the best black ink to stamp on watercolor paper. It's a waterproof ink, so you can perfectly color it in with any kind of water-based ink. And I'm using the distress ink together with a water tank brush. The water tank brush I'm using is from Arteza, and I really love the blue ones. They are so gorgeous. They are perfect to color in stamped images. To get color onto the lid of the stamp pad, I just close it and press it firmly together, and so you have the color ready to pick it up. I will speed up the coloring process a little bit so the video will not get too long. I will also use the two clouds that come with the set and color them in the same way. Before I add the main images to my page, I decided to stamp a border around it. For that, I'm using one of the doodle borders. I can't remember which set it was, but it will be linked in the description box. I decided also to add some texture to the background, therefore I'm using my journal words stamp set as a background stamp. I inked it up with a green archival ink and I just stamp it randomly to the background, and I don't stamp the whole stamp, I just stamp parts of it. I picked a raindrop stamp to create even more texture, and this adds perfectly to my stormy landscape. I've cut out my main images directly on the black line, and now I'm stamping it to my page also, and so I can adhere them and it's almost not visible that this is a cutout image. Before I'm adding my last cloud, I decided I want to have some color splatters on my page. And one of the best ways to add splatters to a page is to use the Neocolor 2 crayons. I just scribble the crayon to my glass plate, spritz it with water, and then you have some color to sprinkle it all over the page. I have dried everything with my heat tool before I glue down the stamped images. I'm finishing the page up by adding a sentiment. I created it with our Mix a Sentiment stamp sets and with the journal words. I framed the words with my pen and used a wet brush to create a shadow around them. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope we see us next time. Bye!